acid. Okay. She's doing such a good job. Jasper! Yes, there's not much of me left. I made a promise to Sybil. I promise. This is the first time I think Sam is like talking in this game. I promised that I would stand with you. Sam. I must not allow myself to succumb. I must stand firm. I must remain strong. For Sybil. We're going now to meet the visitor. We're going to straighten this all out. We'll be back, Sam. Thank you for keeping your promise. Good luck. Goodbye, Sam. Sorry about all this. Bye. Thank you for everything. Okay. Oh, okay. For a brief moment, there is peace. The world is quiet as the Exalted Four ascend into the heavens. Nobody knows what occurs between the visitor and the Exalted Four. They're gone for hours, and all the world waits in suspended silence for their return. They're gonna kill the visitor. I can feel it. It should have been us. If, this is the end of everything, I'm glad I get to spend it with you all. Who's that pretzel guy? Finally, the clouds part. A heavenly ray of sunlight shines down upon the world as the Exalted Four descend from the firmament. This is the beginning of a new era, an era of healing, an era of flourishing. Wait, is this an actual good ending? Together we will build a new world, a world of forever peace. Walk with me. The Exalted Four preside over the reconstruction of the world. The true damage is incalculable, but their gentle, benevolent guidance helps humanity regain some of what it lost. It is not the old world that humanity rebuilds. It is a new world, a world of compassion, hope, and for many, redemption. It's like reading a little list. Dan is devastated when he loses his streaming channel for directly filming the visitor. It's not long before he starts up a new channel and he's back to his usual antics. Oh man, okay, so we get like, we get to see what happens to each character. Life without his family is difficult for Joel to adjust to. He continues to live with Sam and in time comes to view him as his new family. He never outgrows his curiosity and innocence. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Joel gets me every time. Okay. Sophie returns to her mother, although she regularly comes to visit and make mischief. Eventually, she sets off on her own in search of adventure. She always sends Sam cards of her travels. Leigh reconnects with her family, who accept the new side of her and recognize that part of it had always been there. She eventually gives up her rivalry with Sam, and they always remain close friends. Hellen disappears without a word, never to be seen again. It's not long before a strange but beautiful ivy begins growing on the apartment, eventually engulfing it. Audrey easily settles into the role of surrogate mom, taking care of countless children orphaned by the visitor's ordeal. She becomes a beloved figure and learns to thrive in spite of her strange new biology. Wah. Wah. Now part of the Exalted Four, Aster diligently leads humanity's rebuilding as its omniscient and benevolent ruler. Almost every moment of his life is occupied with work, but he always makes time for Sam. For the first time in a very long time, Papineau rests. Oh my god, I can't. I'm legitimately losing it. I can't stop. Okay. There will be enough work to last lifetimes. Surrounded by friends, he allows himself a moment of tranquility before reconstruction begins. The roaches spread and spread and spread. Eventually, intelligent roaches colonize the entire planet, forcing humanity to accept that it may have a very silly competitor. Lyle only becomes more reclusive after the visitor leaves. Leaving his home only to take pictures, Lyle spends most of his time in his dark room developing them. Sybil never fully regains her memory. Some secrets are simply too dangerous to remember. Burdened by an overwhelming sense of guilt she cannot explain, she grows increasingly withdrawn, relying more and more on Sam as time goes on. Whatever feelings there were between Sybil and Jasper remain unspoken. They never reunite. Fully isolated from the new world, she spends most of her time looking at it through the lens of a telescope. From time to time, her telescope breaks, but somehow she always finds it fully repaired the next day. Sam's life never goes back to the way it was. Surrounded by new friends and family, Sam is constantly reminded of how much he means to the people around him. For the first time in a long time, Sam is not alone. All right, now I need a tissue. That ending was too nice. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever cried on stream before, for real. No. I'm like, there is apparently another ending where you don't, you refuse to make the promise. And I'm not exactly sure. Ma'am, I wasn't expecting big feelings on a Tuesday night after midnight. I'm sorry. This game is so deceptively, like, emotional sometimes. If you're not, like, laughing at some of the most ridiculous dialogue or being terrified by a horrible, like, blood and tooth monster. It's just being extremely human, and yeah. And just the characters are very lovable. I mean, some of them. Some of them are not so lovable. Philippe, I'm looking at you.